Paint It Back could be reviewed using Twitter, Picross for iOS, and now PC. It's definitely under 140 characters. I like to think that I'm a little more professional than that, so let's dig deeper. Oh, it should also be on the record that I love Picross, and that's the main reason I decided to record this impressions piece after receiving a Steam key from the developer. Paint It Back is made by an ex-PopCap employee, which is quite evident through the art style, not to mention the placement of satisfying sound effects and transitions as you make your way through the art galleries. Unfortunately for us who are familiar with Picross, the tutorial is an exercise in tedium. Sure, galleries without the hand-holding open up not long into the first gallery, but the completionists among you will find you have to finish these explanatory levels before moving on. It's about the third and fourth gallery, the one helmed by the Bear and Sad Kid, that the game really opens up. This is where the pro paintings are introduced. If you play them on normal difficulty, the painting is cut into multiple quadrants that you solve individually, while in pro difficulty, you have to manage the whole painting at once. I tried said difficulty, and while I eventually completed the painting, receiving a great feeling of satisfaction from having done so, I decided to tackle the remaining pro paintings quadrant by quadrant instead. Satisfaction is a good word to use. Paint It Back drips with it. It's in the aforementioned sound effects and transitions, in the laid-back music and ease of use, as well as on its highest display through the game's humor. Each painting has a very odd name. You don't think much of this as you're solving the puzzle, but when the completed image shuffles itself onto the canvas with a name underneath, often a smile or laugh will result as you pair the rudimentary image with its descriptive title. Having visual achievements in the form of medals also relays a feeling of satisfaction, and it's interesting that more games don't have an in-game representation of all those pop-ups that tell you you've accomplished something. Paint It Back wears a lot of its iOS design on its sleeve, but makes the transition to mouse and monitor quite well. If you enjoy Picross with elements of PopCap polish, you might be the type of person who calls Paint It Back a master stroke.
Ending pun.